Here with Kyle as we get into a holiday week, Thanksgiving. Fantastic holiday, mostly because I love food. But I think we both have some things that we're thankful here for. Mostly, I won't say mostly, the team is, I think, a little better than we were expecting, or at least a little more entertaining than we were expecting.
Yeah, and beyond the entertainment, I think maybe you take for granted watching the NBA at large, the value of a competitive team every single night. I think we always envisioned it would get here, Derek, I think in the dog days of the process, but to be in a situation now where the team has a good coach that I think has done some inventive stuff offensively, has made Joel Embiid a more active passer, team-friendly player, certainly, than he's been under Doc Rivers in years past, has them playing at a faster pace. Some of that, quite frankly, due to Tyrese Maxey. I think both of us have been blown away by Tyrese and how he's played this year and everything that he's done to change the identity of the team. But predominantly just happy that the cloud has been lifted from over top of the Sixers, that we've been able to watch a normal and, quite frankly, pretty fun basketball team.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day. I think you and I might talk about this team more than literally anyone else in the world. Like, there might not be anyone who
crazy
talks
to think about
this team as frequently and as consistently as you and I do, especially for the duration. We're on here 5 hours a week, sometimes more, talking about this team, and for them to be exciting, for them to be, just having another, more hope around this team than maybe we were expecting, and a lot of people, the doom and gloom we felt over the summer. That is fantastic. I think that's fantastic for us. That's fantastic. More importantly, for the fans who care about this team. And it has been a surprise. Thankful that James Harden is no longer here and we don't have to
Which feels bad to say, but it's not a dig at Harden so much as the situation.
I didn't want to spend every podcast, every show, every waking moment of my life wondering whether or not James Harden was going to show up, whether he was going to try. So we have a team led by Maxey, I feel like, that has just youthful and bountiful energy. And that is very fun for us and what we do, and very fun for you as fans to consume.
You guys have no idea how many times Derek and I walked into the office the first month we were working here, and he would look at me and be like, we got to talk about Harden again. And you would have thought that I told Derek that I stole his food or kicked a puppy or did something terrible. But it's not necessarily about James as much as it was, look, there's clarity surrounding this team now, right? And we're going to learn even more as the year goes on. We're going to see, do they need another star level guy? Do they just need a couple of role players to supplement Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid? But the team has been so good already, so ahead of schedule, that I think it's allowed everybody, including the cynical beat people like Derek and I, to dream and to think of the future and not, oh my God, this miserable slog of the regular season. Because I'll admit, there have been times, even last year, that they were really good, but there are still times in the middle of the year where you're like, God, just get me out of January or November or whatever early season month you're in and get to the playoffs. This has been a breath of fresh air type of season, and I'm just enjoying the ride so far.
Yeah. And I think we have to, before we leave here, we have to mention how thankful we are for every one of you that tunes in, all of our diehard supporters. This is a new venture. It is a thing where you want to have some success right from the beginning. There's a lot of really internal pressure coming from ourselves to make sure that happens. And the reception that we have had, the chance we get to interact with you all every day. And I think, for myself specifically, I've felt this way for a while, in part because I have been on a subscription model for so long. There was a period where you guys were quite literally paying my salary. The fact that we can sit here and talk about this team, we might joke about how often we do it, but the fact that we can do this every day and there's demand for it is something that you don't want to lose sight of, and something that I think we'll always be thankful for as long as it's true.
Well, and I don't lose sight of the fact that, look, you and I have both podcasted in the past and done live streams and live shows in the past, Derek, but never at this frequency, never as like the central pillar of what we do.
Yeah.
And so to be able to make this leap with you and with the other people here at PHLY and continue to be embraced by the community. And, we have lots of people from Philadelphia, obviously, but we have commenters and subscribers from overseas that watch us every day, that are in our comments and our chats every day, asking questions. celebrating not just the team, but us in some ways. Like, it's a very humbling experience to go through. And so the people that are along for this ride with us, we obviously appreciate you beyond words, beyond measure. And as Derek and I get deeper into the season and we're able to do, maybe more community-based events, I'm even more excited to get to meet a lot of the people that support the show, support the channel, and by extension, support the two of us.
And also, I want to make sure I'm thankful for all the other people we've done shows with. Obviously, Rich, a lot of that. Renee as well. Roy Burton. I'm thankful for Devon when he comes back, so that means I can talk to this guy a little bit less. I am thankful for the entire team that we have built here. It's been wonderful.
We got producers behind the glass, although it's an open window here compared to a normal production setup. So we have our production team, social media. We have our buddy Vince, who's always helping out with everything. Don't mean to name check one person versus another.
I was going to say, you're definitely playing favorites a little bit.
No, it's playing favorites a little bit.
There's a reason I said the staff.
Yeah, that's all that is to say. We have a really engaged and active staff here that wants to make this as good as it can possibly be. And so I hope that the results have been clear to you guys so far. I hope it gets even better moving forward and we can continue building this community that we already have in place.
And I feel like closing this up, because I think sometimes maybe with my sense of humor, it might be in doubt a little bit. I have a very dry sense of humor. I also only pick on people I enjoy. I'm thankful for you, Kyle.
Oh, how sweet of you, buddy. Even though the Thanksgiving spirit has come out in us all. Yes.
It'll happen once a year, but there you go.
If I'm going to be stuck in a studio 5 days a week, although sometimes it's 2 or 3 days a week, depending on the schedule, it's great to have Derek alongside of me. It'll be even better when we have Devon. We obviously have had Rich, Renee, Roy helping us out. All the beautiful people, wonderful people, intelligent people that show up here every day to make this as good a show as possible. Couldn't do it without you, including you, Derek, I guess.
I guess. That's all I got.
We all silly like the mayor.